Yes, so good day and welcome once again to Talk It Talk. It's always a pleasure being here. Now, today, what I want to talk about is a situation that is actually making some waves on the internet and social media and stuff like that. And that is the actions of one young man who actually let a little boy, a little kid, 5 years, 7 years, um, suck his penis, you know, and that is like totally disgusting. Okay, now when things like that happens, I always wonder what does be going through those people's head, you know, because this is a guy who, a guy who visit the child's mom, at home, she trusts him to that level, so she could even leave the child with him, I mean, who would suspect that a normal looking guy like him would do such a thing, you know? Oh, yeah. But he did. Okay, he did. So he let the child did this thing to him, which is just just nasty, and disgusting and wicked, and thoroughly evil, to do a thing like that to a child. As a matter of fact, you're not supposed to be doing that to anybody. But when you could do that to a child, you have a special kind of evil within you. Okay? And then the kicker came when he was taken to the court and the magistrate or the judge or whosoever that person is charge him $1,500. So that $1,500 will go for the law of for the land, for the court, and then $600 for the parent of the child to take him to some therapy or something of this nature. I mean, think about it. When the court system, the law of the land let you down like this, what do they expect you to do? Seriously. What do they expect you to do? Because giving the parent $600 or whatever as compensation for what this nasty person do to your child who would not be making any prison sentence. When the judge or magistrate do a thing like that, that's an insult. You know, that's an insult. The magistrate or the judge or whosoever it is, they don't consider, they're not considering what damage this nasty man has done to your child. Okay? So we have an evil in our land. Well, we are still in the land of our captivity. But the fact of the matter is we are here. And for some reason, we still have to obey certain laws of the land as the scripture instructed us. But what I'm saying, when one of our own people do something like that, I am not going to sit here and talk about who seen, who don't seen, cast the first stone. We have to apply cases like that in many different areas. We have to. Because some people just want to play righteous and they do a lot of wickedness and they want to judge other people. Okay, in this here case, that is not it. Because at the end of the day, if we want to live properly in our land, we have to make the necessary adjustments. And even if we have to clean house, then we just have to. We have to clean house. We have to learn to root out the weeds. Otherwise, they will just destroy our plants. You can't have a man doing that with our children and take out money from him like if he make affairs, like if the child is a prostitute and the government is a pimp. So when he do so and he have sex with them people children, he let us suck his penis, whatever he do. Then the child will get a 600. Like if the child is a slut and then a prostitute, and then the pimp, which is the government, will get $1,500. That is crazy, man. That is crazy. Just know this. My mom always ever said, monkey know what tree climbs. But I know for a fact, you do that to my child or something like that, you can't walk the road ever. At least not in the same country where I live, because you will die. And everybody should get together for some reason to deal with these people, because let us go back to the old days, the rules of the old days. Now, there is a one particular rule I always say most of the time in my videos when I'm dealing with things like that, and that is it takes a village to grow a child. Then if it takes a village to grow a child, why not we not apply this rule to our lives every day? And it also takes a village, because Grenada is a village, to protect our child. Or it takes a village to bring justice for our child. Why we don't do that? We should do that. So this guy walking around should not be walking around healthily at all. This guy is supposed to be scared to walk the street when you do something like that, because anytime you walk the street and you are caught, you are dealt with severely, and that's how it's supposed to be. And this person who call themselves Georgia magistrate, regardless of what the law of the land said, that is foolishness. Whatever you did to give the charging $15, $1,500, and then $600, that is crazy, because people just do little and nothing. And you all are the same people who giving them 20 and 30 years. But why is it you all don't doing that right across the board to everybody? So maybe you see you could make a busy $1,500. So you take the $1,500, push it in your pocket, maybe. I don't know. And then you give the parent of the child $600. That is just wicked. You all are just wicked. Wickedness in high places. Spiritual wickedness. You understand? I am saying that when people do these things to children, why not hold them and castrate them? That is why our land will never, ever prosper. It wouldn't. It wouldn't. No matter what people say. It doesn't matter what government come in there. Most people just talk about changing government. I'm hearing that a lot. It doesn't matter what government come in this place to say they are ruling. This country would never go forward until you find justice in this land. Justice for the poor and the needy. Justice for the people who you think that they are at a lower level than you. Once you can't find justice for these people, for we and our people in this land, once the laws that are written in our books were written by our slave masters, our former slave masters, or even our slave masters today, once those are the laws that we're dealing with, then our country would never ever prosper. You understand? It would never prosper, because most of the things that is happening within our judiciary and stuff like that, it is influenced by outside forces according to what they say we put in there. You understand? So I wouldn't surprise if today or tomorrow one of you who is in the government turn around and say, okay, we have to legalize pedophilia, or we have to legalize homosexuality, because that is where all are going. That is where you all are going. Deal drastically with these people who have the tendency to destroy our children. If you cannot contribute something positive to our children, then just leave them alone. Why take your nasty self and push it in a child's mouth? You understand? And then I'm asking myself, now where is that child's father now? Because I heard the woman spoke, the child's mom, and I mean, she is very pissed, but I'm just wondering, where is that child's father? Because If a man have a son, right, and his son or his child at that age is being disrespected like that, then the person who disrespect that child is supposed to be something like a barrier. I mean, this person not supposed to have hands and they're not supposed to have feet. And even if you have to make a jail sentence for that, at least you know definitely you fight for the honor of your child. And that is just how it is. You understand? Most people will say, okay, well, just forgive him and hug them up and give them a Bible. No. You see, most of the time when you're all talking about let us forgive, these people never ask for your forgiveness. They don't want your forgiveness because they are evil in their heart. And that will be casting your pearls to swines. And the scripture tells you, do not cast your pearls to swines. So these people are not looking for forgiveness. They're just wicked. Most of them want to play apologetic when they are caught. You understand what I'm saying? My people, this guy is not walking around with a mark on his forehead, on his forehead, like if he's king. No law passed that nobody should do him anything. You understand? When people like that commit those kind of atrocities in our community, it affects the whole community. As a result of that, I do believe that the whole community should reach out and deal very drastically with people like that. Most of you may not appreciate and like what I'm saying because most of you, maybe, I don't know, like maybe you all eat the Geneva Convention rules. I don't know. You understand? I don't know what you all do. Most of you, because America might say something, no, we're not supposed to do that too. England might say something, no, we can't move. We have to be in alignment with them. No, we are our own people. We are our own people, and we should live as our own people, and we should make our rules to govern ourselves, not let slave or former slave masters make rules for us like if they are still in control of us. That is just natural foolishness. So this guy who interfered with that little boy, that little child, personally, if you ask me what should be done with him, I would say he should be shot. You know, I mean, I just get it over with. You know, the person who call themselves magistrate or judge that take a little money from him, you know, and giving the parents $600, and the government taking 1,500 for themselves. Like if it's the government that get raped or abused. I'm just looking at it like that. You know, the person who did that, who passed that judgment, you know, then I do believe that person should just go home and sit down. Because I'm thinking that if that happened to your son or your daughter, you might give that person 500 years in jail. You might be so angry, you might just sentence him to death. So why is it that you don't have no feelings for how the family might feel? You know, why would you disrespect them like that and trying to give them $600 as compensation for these gross atrocities? Why? That is just wicked. So I'm thinking that people, if you all meet him out there, anytime you all see him, it doesn't matter what, deal with him. Honestly, I look at it like that. You know, if you can't get justice by law in the law of the land or by the law of the land, then there is always a higher justice. And most of the things, when you do it wrong, you commit certain atrocities, you are actually being stoned to death. You understand? So it's time we look for the old ways and find peace and rest for ourselves in this place, because these people, every time you think is a little peace and a little, I mean, a little niceness in the land, though we seen catching hell anyway, then some of these devils just pop their head and just disturb your peace. So I think the best thing is to take a drastic stand, and the people out there catch these people and deal with them. If you have to stone them, you have to stone them. You have to bury them alive, whatever you have to do, just do that. Because these people should not be hanging around in our society. Peace and love to the people who seek Yahuwah. Peace and love to the people who love their people. If you don't love your own people, then I'm sorry for you. I have nothing to tell you. But if you love our people and you appreciate our people and you recognize the struggle that our people going through without hating our people, peace and love to you. Okay, it's true. We know that a lot of our people appreciate people that are from different races than their own people, right? I also know that a lot of our own people deal with our own people like if our own people are their mortal enemies. And they will go and lie down in bed with the snakes and the serpents, the same people that put them in bondage in the first place. The same people that the scriptures say will bring you into bondage, they will be your enemies anyway, right? The same people, and even worse. But anyway, let us deal with our people and let us not have any hatred in our heart because it is not good for our health. And let us try our best to brighten the corner where we at. So if we are living in this particular community and we have these nasty things going on, then let us eradicate them. It's as simple as that. Let's get rid of it. We're gonna just brighten the corner where we are. Be at peace, be blessed. Have a wonderful day, night, evening, whenever you watch that video. Have a wonderful one.